And Deacon has won the golden power of Veto. Okay, so there we have it. Our final two nominees this week are Derek and Josie.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
By a vote of 3 to 2, Derek, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. So it's between Aubrey and Jaron, 82 to beat, and 71. That means, congratulations, Jaron. You are the new head of household of the season.
We in a row. Oh, Gosha. Muy beam.
Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play Big Brother with Startup Simsy. It is day 5 in the Big Brother house, and when we left last time, Jaron had just become the second head of household of the season. So he won the competition, and he will have to nominate 2 house guests for potential eviction from the Big Brother house, which is very exciting. So just to recap, in the last episode he evicted Derek, so he was one of the votes that did evict Derek. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays out in today's episode.
Sharib.
Calvin and Deacon are having a conversation. Maybe Calvin's a little bit worried that he's no longer got the power. It's the first time that he's been exposed. And he's probably trying to get people on side, including Deacon. He's also having a discussion there with Aubrey. Brianna and Josie are indoors having a conversation. Brianna is a little bit angry here, but I think Josie's just very happy to have survived that eviction. By the skin of her teeth, I'll have you know, it was Adelaide and Deacon both voted to evict Josie, so one more vote and she would have been sent home, so she's got some damage control to do this week. Adelaide's about to go and check in on Josie. Play a good game of chess with her. Calvin's picking up the mess that Brianna left when kicking over the bin. Aubrey's just having a little bit of a swim in the garden. So in today's episode, we're obviously going to see the fallout of the head of household competition, what this might mean for the house now that Jaron is in power, and we'll also be having the second nomination ceremony of the season, which will take place in the morning. So it's a lot to catch up on. Who will Jaron nominate for eviction today? He's got a choice of 6 house guests. Brianna's a little bit upset. She's obviously missing home. It's day 5 inside the Big Brother house, and it's probably getting a little bit too much for her. She's obviously got an erratic personality. So let's check in with our new house guest. So Jaron is obviously the 31-year-old cartographer and guide from Nebraska. So let's have a look at his traits while he's now head of household. So Jaron is a gloomy household. He's a vegetarian. He's an art lover, and he's got a high metabolism. So it is easier to stay fit and trim when you have a high metabolism. Does he have any likes and dislikes? He doesn't have any likes and dislikes at the moment. So Calvin, Josie and Deacon are having a conversation in the kitchen. Is this the start of a new alliance? Has he mended fences? But look, Jaron's just walked in and he's clearly clocked what's happening. He's like, there's a conversation happening here and I need to be a part of it. Adelaide and Aubrey are upstairs in the chest. I feel like these two are a little bit like silent assassins at the moment. Like, they have a lot of conversations. They're kind of staying out of the competition wins. But it's only the men that are currently winning the competitions. But these two, I feel like they know the game. They're playing the game. They're playing a really good social game. Brianna, on the other hand, clearly just doesn't want to talk to anyone at the moment, which is probably going to hurt her game later down the line. Okay, so a late night swim is clearly happening out here. We've got Deacon, we've got Josie, Brianna's joined them, and now head of household Jaron has also joined them. So a very late night swim here for the 4 of them. Meanwhile, upstairs we've got the other 3, so we've got Calvin, Adelaide's just leaving, and we've got Aubrey. So Adelaide has actually decided I'm going to go and join in with the majority in the pool and have a bit of a swim with them as well. So Adelaide's joined the pool now. Most people I think I've seen in the pool this season actually. Calvin's keeping himself to himself. He's clearly realised that, you know, he's had a lot of power in the first week. He's upset 3 house guests, 2 of which are still in the house. Luckily one of them's not head of household, but he knows you know, Jaron has got a reason to nominate him if he wants to. Some late night food prep is happening here. Brianna's having her usual erratic behaviour. So what's this she's got? She's got... She's fatigued from working out, same girl, and cheap fridge smell. Literally every house guest is in the kitchen at the moment. They love a late night cook in this house. So Adelaide just became good friends with Deacon. So Adelaide and Deacon are now good friends inside the Big Brother house. A little alliance forming there. Oh, Calvin, that's not your head of household room anymore. Brianna and Calvin are having a chat in the bathroom. Calvin clearly is just trying to, you know, do a bit of damage control, have a few friendships here and there so that he, you know, is safe in the house for another week until he can compete in head of household. So it's currently 2:30 in the morning and none of these are showing sign of bed. They're having late night conversations in the kitchen, which they all love to do. Adelaide and Jaron are having a conversation in the kitchen. She's checking in on him, seeing, you know, what he's thinking, coming ahead of the noms and things like that. So the house guests are starting to make their way to bed now, as day 5 comes to an end. So it's day 6 inside the Big Brother house now, and this morning we do have our nomination ceremony, but first let's catch up with the house guests. So Jaron's making his way downstairs for some breakfast. Adelaide and Josie are talking in one of the bedrooms and Aubrey's there as well. Just checking in, seeing how they think the nominations are going to go this morning, if they think any of those 3 will be nominated, and if indeed Josie will be back on the block again. They're starting to think, obviously, the boys are kind of running the house in terms of competitions. They want to obviously turn that table, and Deacon's just joined them now as well, so they've, you know, changed the conversation. Jaron's very much just keeping to himself this morning. Well, Calvin's coming over to have a chat with him now, but he's obviously just thinking, I got my nominations, I'm going to keep the distance between everyone, have minimal conversation. But what's this? Last minute conversation with Calvin and Brianna as well. Will this affect the nominations? So just before nominations, there's clearly 2 very different groups having different conversations. So we've got Adelaide, Josie, Deacon and Aubrey. And then we've got Calvin, Brianna and Jaron. Will this be reflected in the upcoming nominations shortly? House guests, please gather at the dining table for today's nomination ceremony. Okay, so Jaron is making his way to the dining table to make his nominations for this week. So there you have it. Jaron has nominated Adelaide and Aubrey for potential eviction from the Big Brother house. So we'll leave that episode there. Tune in on Tuesday at 8 AM British time, where the Power of Veto competition will be played. Who will win the Golden Power of Veto, and will it be used to save either Adelaide or Aubrey? And if so, who will Jaron nominate as the replacement nominee? Find out on Tuesday on Big Brother.